Welcome to my channel OMSR Academy. In this video, I am going to discuss program design and development. This is the part 2. So before going to the part 2 in detail, I will recap the part 1. Let's see the recap. First, I discussed the program design and development, in which we discussed about how to solve the complex problems, how to structure and manage the program design process for complex problems. So in these two things, we can use algorithm, control structure. Then I discussed categorization of the algorithm operation. In this, there are three types of operations: sequential, conditional, iterative. So these I will discuss today. What is structured programming? In this programming, we will divide the main program into the sub-module. So we will follow the hierarchy approach. So what is the advantage of structured programming and how to create the structured program in the MATLAB? So method of creating program. So in this, we have to follow top-down design approach. Partitioning of the problem into the simplest subprogram. What are the process steps you have to follow? Now come to the part 2. So as I discussed, the tackle the complex problem, you have to use structured programming, as well as you have to do some program documentation. So program documentation is very much important. So here, two types of chart you can use in the program documentation while developing the structured program. One is the structured chart, another is the flow chart. Both type of chart are the graphical representation of the program. In the structured chart, you will take the main program and divide the main program into the subprogram, in which I am taking one example here. This is the example of tic-tac-toe program. This is the structure. This is the structure. So main program is divided into three parts, as I'm showing you here tic-tac-toe example. In this first, some sub program will be taking care player input program. So whatever be the move a player can take in the game, this will be right in this sub program. Another is sub game status display. So what is the game status? What is the score? What is the highest score achieved? All these details will be taken care by the game status display program. This is a strategy program in which what are the rules the programmer want to add, that strategy program will take care. So in this you see we divide the main program into the three sub program: player input program, game status display program, and the strategy program. So you see in this easily we can say that my program is dividing into the sub modules. So here we are not showing any calculation or any decision process. But in the flow chart, you can add decision process also. Like if you wish to take the decision based on the logical expression, if it is true, if it is false, so you can use flow chart. So you see here, this is the example I am showing you there. If statement I showed you as a flow chart, in which we will start the program, and when we find any logical expression. Based on that, it will see whether this condition is false. If it is false, then it will go directly to the end. If it is true, then it will execute the statement. So like this, multiple paths the can be followed based on the logical expression true and false. So what are the effective documentation tips? So you see, whenever you are documenting your program, take appropriate variable name so that it should reflect the quantity they represent. Comment within the program so that anyone can understand. Like I said, I divided the tic-tac-toe program into the sub program. So while writing the first sub program, I will write the comment on the like as a heading, and whenever I will write the second subprogram, then again I will write the comment so that it will be easy to understand that from which point to which point this program is there. Third thing, you can draw the structure chart, flow chart. Easily anyone can understand your program, and then verbal description of the program. So while directly going to the write the program on the MATLAB portal, first you write the verbal description of the program called pseudocode. So what is pseudocode? Pseudocode is a good way to document the program. It will be in the natural language, whatever language you know, you will write the language. Like English, if I am using, so I will write my steps in the English language, and then I will, if I am doing any mathematical calculation, so that expressions I will include in the step. Each step I will give number. It will be easy to understand. So what type of program I can write? So as I said to you in the beginning, there are three type of operations we can use in my in the program. So one by one I will discuss here. Let us take first operation, sequential operation. As name indicates, it will execute the operation step by step in sequence. So here I am taking one example. So see, this is the simple example in which it is asking to calculate the perimeter and the area of the triangle whose sides are A, B, and C. And the formula it is given P equal to A plus B plus C, and S equal to P by 2, and area is equal to square root S minus A, S minus B, S minus A. So these are the formulas for calculation. So simply I will do this first step, like I will write pseudocode. So as I said, all the statement you will write the number. So first statement I am writing. So I am giving number 1. So what is the first step? As we are going to compute the some parameter. So before computing, you need to enter the values, input values, given values. So you see what is the given value here. These are the side length of the triangle A, B, and C. So first step, I will enter the triangle side lengths. So this is my first step, side length. Given side length A, B, and C, I will enter. Now second step, once I will get the input, then I will apply the formula, because simply the perimeter can be solved by using the input values A, B, C. So I will apply compute perimeter, and the expression for this parameter I know here. So I will write that mathematical expression A plus B plus C that I will include in my program. Number 3, next step is, as you want to calculate the area, but you see area is in terms of S. So I will compute first S, and this is my semi-parameter. Compute semi-parameter. So again I will apply the mathematical expression I know, S equals to P by 2. Fourth step, as I know S now, so I will compute area. The area formula I know, so I will write the expression in terms of S square root S s minus a times s minus b times s minus c. This is my formula. Once I computed all the variables p and a, then I will display it. For display, I will write command for displaying the values, calculated value, display. I am only interested in the parameter and the area, so I will only display the p and a here. I am not interested in the intermediate value of semi-parameter, so I am not going to display s here. Next, last step is stop. So this is my pseudocode for this sequential operation problem. So you see here, we are step by step moving forward for computing the parameter and the area. Now write the main MATLAB program. So while writing the MATLAB program, you have to follow the syntax and semantics. As I always used to say, that always write program in the using small alphabet letters. Okay. So I am now writing the MATLAB program. Whatever the pseudocode I written in the previous slide, now I will convert. So as I said in the first step, enter the triangle side lengths A, B, C. So for entering the side length, I decide the parameter A. So A equal to, so for entering the value, you need to put the command input. So this is the command that will give you the variable value. So before taking the variable value, I would like to display some text so that easily one can understand what is this variable A. So enter, I am writing the message. I should write this under the single quote. Enter the side length A. So this message will display on my screen while writing the value. So whatever value you will write after this statement, it will save in the variable A. Similarly, I will give value to the variable B. So again, I will use input, single quote, enter B. So simply I am writing here a statement. You can modify it. C, input, enter. So pseudocode first statement is now completed. I input all the values A, B, and C. This is single quote, okay, and this is semicolon. Next step was compute. So for computation directly, I will write this expression P equal to A plus B plus C S equal to. So you see how I am converting my pseudocode into the program, MATLAB program. Now come to the main important thing. Whenever I am writing A equal to, and you see the formula square root S times S minus A, S minus B, S minus C. So as you know, square root symbol is not available in the MATLAB. You have to use the keyword. Keyword is square. For the square root is SQRT. And then you will write the expression. So my expression was S times S minus A. So for the multiplication, you have to use the star. Okay. And all the bracket, whatever bracket you are writing here, again, if I want to do product, then I have to again insert the star. S minus S times S minus A star S minus B star S minus C, and you see all the brackets should be in pair, and then semicolon. So all the statement always terminated with the semicolon. So now all the computation completed. Now I will display. So for displaying the value, you have to use command disp, 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 and then you write. If you are displaying only simple value, no one can understand what this value means. So I will display some text like the parameter is. So anything you can write inside the this in the single quote. So it will display as it is on the screen, and then you display the value. So after this, I want to display the parameter computed parameter value. So I will use command this bracket p. Next value, I will display area. So area of triangle is equal to, so this statement will display, and then it will show the value, computed value. So you will write this a. So like this, if you will write the in the output, whenever you will execute the program, it will show the parameter equal to, and then it will show the parameter value, then it will show area of triangle is equal to, then it will show the computed area value. Like this it will run the sequential operation. Now come to the second type of operation, conditional operation. To explain this, I will take one example. Here you see in this example, it is asking to compute the polar coordinate, and the given points are that xy coordinates. So I know the relation of the xy coordinates and the polar coordinates, so I will straightforward use here. But the only thing is, as I said, it is conditional operation. Why I am saying? Because I know in the on the plane, xy plane, you will have four quadrants. So while calculating the degree theta, uh, you have to take care, based on the quadrant, you have to decide the angle. So that I will show you. So first I will write the pseudocode. So the starting of the pseudocode, always I said you will input the values. So what are the input values I should give? It is enter the xy coordinate. First I will give the xy coordinate, x and y. Enter the xy coordinate value. That means you will enter the x and y. In the second step, compute the hypotenuse r. So r I will compute, r formula already I know. So I am writing straightforward here, x square plus y square square root. Then third step is, as you see here, tan inverse y by x is the formula for the angle. But as I said, based on the that coordinate point where it is lying, in which coordinate it is lying, you have to calculate the angle. Like I said, so you have to check the condition. That is why I am saying conditional operation. So what is the condition? You are deciding if x is greater than equal to 0, that will tell you which quadrant. Okay. So if x is greater than equal to 0, so two possibilities are there. So I am writing 3.1 statement. It will calculate if x is greater than equal to 0, so then it will calculate theta as tan inverse y by x. Okay. Else, if it is not the case, then you will calculate the theta as tan inverse y by x plus pi. So these are the two different formula you are going to use based on the condition. Okay. Which quadrant it is like, based on that condition, you will write the. So this is my 3.2 statement. So you see how I am calculating the theta. So once I get the output r and theta, based on that I will display the output. So display calculated r and theta. Then stop. So these steps, the pseudocode, now I will write in the MATLAB. So as I said, I have to follow the syntax and semantics. So this is the heading I am writing. So you can add the comment, as I said, for the proper program documentation, you should add the comments. So for adding the comment, you should use a % symbol. So whatever the text you are writing, it will not take part by executing the program. So I can write the heading example of conditional operation. So this program I am writing, my heading will be an example of conditional operation. Now I will start. First step was enter the coordinate points. So as I said, you will enter the value by using command input, enter X, then I will input Y. I will use command input, single quote, enter Y. Then I have to compute the R. So as the formula of the R is square root x square plus y square. So as I said, a square root keyword you have to use sqrt. X square, you cannot give the superscript or subscript in the MATLAB programming. So for superscript, you have to use cap. The symbol you have to use. So whenever you are writing x cap 2, that means it is x square plus y. This is my square root x square plus y square. Then theta. So as I said, based on the condition, so you will use x greater than 0. So you see the symbol x greater than equal, as I wrote in the pseudocode, it is not available in this MATLAB. You have to use the symbol greater than and equal to separate symbol. Okay. Then you will write the theta, and theta symbol is also not there. So you have to write in word. So I am writing theta tan inverse by x. Tan inverse, as I said, superscript is not allowed. So the keyword for the tan inverse is a tan y by x. So you see slash you will use for the division. Okay, by x. Okay. So this slash you will use. Else, if it is not satisfied, then theta equal to a tan y by x plus pi. Again, pi symbol is not there, so you have to use the predefined constant of pi. It is pi. So you cannot use the pi symbol. You have to write the pi. So it will automatically take the constant value of the pi, and then you have to convert the angle theta into degree. So theta I will convert. So as I wrote the if, so you have to end it if else and then end. Then theta equal to theta star 180 by pi. So in this way, you will convert. Here I am doing some extra thing. I am converting, as in the example it is not asking, but I am giving the value of theta in degree. Convert radian into degree. Okay, so this should be in the single line. So as I am here, space is not there. That is why I am in the writing in the second line. But you should use all the comments whenever you are using percent symbol. It should be in the single line. For the safe side, I am writing the percent here. So next is display. So display R equal to this path display. So display, I am using the keyword disp disp theta. This will display on the screen, and then I will write this theta. Whenever you are writing simple disp theta, that means it will only take the computed theta value. Okay, so this is the MATLAB program for the computing of the polar coordinates based on the conditional operation. Now come to the iterative operation. So here for this I will take the example. So in this example, we have to determine how many terms are required for the sum of series 10 k square minus 4k plus 2, where k is varying from 1 to 3, and the computing sum of the series should not exceed the 20,000. So you see here in this problem, you need to take the value of k at a time, and then you have to compute the value compute the value, and then next k, once you will calculate the next k sum, then you have to add the current sum with the previous sum. So that means you have to do the iterative operation. Iterative operation. So for this, I will write the pseudo code first. So first step, as you see here, what you need to first enter here as an input, you have to initialize the, because you are going to get this total. So I will initialize the total to 0. So you have to decide one parameter that will save the value, save the value. So let's say you are taking the total, and that total you will initialize as 0. So first step, I will decide one parameter that we save the sum, initialize the total to 0. Initialize the total to 0. And second thing I need here to count, because as I said, you have to take the value of k and then you have to do the sum based on the series equation, and you have to continue this thing up to the extent when you reach to 20,000. So then I will use counter. So whenever this condition will reach, I will stop. So I will use counter. So counter I will initialize to 0. So I will start counting from the 0, and then I will compute. I will do the sum. As I said, you don't know how many k will be used to get the sum 20,000. So I will use the while loop here. So based on the condition, so I am using while, because I don't know up to which k value I have to count. I have to sum. So I will use the while loop. So while the total is less than 20,000. So this is the condition. I will check again and again. Compute the total. Compute the total. So in this, you will have the condition. So once, if suppose it is not exceeding, then that means you have to increment the counter. Increment the counter by 1. So increment, let's say I am taking the counter k. So k will be increment by 1. That means I will take k equal to k plus 1. Else you will update the total. If it is now incremented, then you will update the total. Means you will sum up the total, the previous total, and then update the total. Then you will compute the updated total based on the current k value. The formula is given 10k square, so you will use 10 star k cap 2. You see how I am writing the expression 4k. That means you will use 4 star k plus 2. Like this, you will write the expression. And then you have to, you know that I am summing the series, whatever be the total I found in the previous counter value, that I have to sum up with the new total. So I have to add here total. This you have to remember. And then once I will compute up to this point 20,000. So once I will achieve this point less than 20,000, then I will display the current value of the. So this will display up to which k I am computing. display the current value of k or counter and display the value of the total. These values I will display. And then stop. So this is my pseudocode. So you see, this is the example of the iterative operation. Here I am doing computing the expression and then I am summing up with the previous sum. So this will continue till we reach the 20,000. Now come to the MATLAB program. So MATLAB program, as I said, we will start with the initialization. So I will write the comment heading, example of iterative operation. This heading I am writing iterative operation. So anything you can write in the comment form. The first step was initialization. So I will initialize total equal to 0, counter equal to 0. Always terminate the statement with the semicolon. And then I will use while total is less than 20,000. So 20,000 I can write, or you can write 2e plus 4, same thing. Okay. Then I will increment k plus 1 and then I will update my total. Total equal to 10. While writing the expression, you have to very much careful. If it is 10k square, then you have to use the star. Otherwise, it will show error. Then star k cap 2 and then it is minus 4k. So whatever the expression you will write here, minus 4 star, you have to use the star k plus 2 plus total. And then and this condition we checked, and once it will reach, then it will come out from the loop and then it will display. So the number of terms is, as whatever be the counter value, it is actually showing the number of terms you computed. So number of terms is, so I am writing text inside the single quote. So you remember, so whatever you are writing inside the single quote, it will display as it is. Then I will display the value of k. Then this put the sum is single quote. The sum is this. What is here is my sum. It is saved in the total. So I will write this to total. In this way, we will get the sum of the iterative operation of the given expression 10k square minus 4k plus 2. So this is all for the all this is all for today. So I will continue with this topic in the part 3. Till then, to practice. Thank you.